Hey everybody, this is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. As promised, I told you we put together another video with highlighting some pre-33 gold that we have for sale here in the shop. We got a bunch of it processed today, and so I thought we would send you guys off into the night with a video highlighting some pieces that we got with the prices there. And yeah, if you see anything you like, reach out to that info@igscoin.com email address that's at the bottom of your screen, and we'll get you a PO figured out. Just remember, we do have a $3,000 minimum shipping order. All right, folks, let's do this. So we got an 1878 S, $2.50 lib here for $565. It's graded by our friends at PCGS as AU55, so $565 for this one. Is that coming in all right? Yep. All right, so $565 for that guy. All right, and 1879 $2.50 lib, graded by our friends at NGC as AU55, and this coin is $595. AU55, 1879, 2.5. And you can see the reverse of the coin. All right. Another one here, a 1904 $2.50 lib, graded by our friends at NGC as MS62. This coin is $650. NGC MS62. $2.50 lib. So pretty neat little coin there. It's cool that these coins survived as long as they have. Here's another one for $650, graded by our friends at PCGS. This is a 1905 $2.50 lib in MS62, graded by PCGS. And see what the reverse looks like there. So any of these coins you're interested in, just reach out to the info@igscoin.com. Say, hey Brian, I'd like to get whichever coins you see that you like, and we'll get you figured out. First come, first serve on these, folks. So these are out in our display cases too. All right, here's a 1907 $2.50 lib, NGC MS62, $650. Right there. The last video we did the other day, I'd say over half of them sold, so that's nice. Here's a holdover from the other day. Here's a 1911 $2.50 Indian, graded by SEGS as MS65 plus $980. Is that one coming in okay? All right, you can see what the reverse looks like there. $980 for this coin, guys and gals. That's a beauty. MS65 plus, graded by SEGS. All right, here is a 1928 $2.50 Indian, graded by our friends at PCGS as MS61. This coin is $650. $650. And you see what the reverse looks like here. MS61, $650 for a 1928 $2.50 Indian. All right. So now we got an 1881 $5 lib, PCGS MS62. This coin is going to be sold for melt plus 7%. So melt plus 7% on this, guys and gals. 1881 MS62 PCGS graded. These should be coming in a little bit better than the smaller ones. All right. Next. Here is an 1881 $5 lib, MS62, graded by NGC, also being sold for melt plus 7%. 1881 $5 lib, MS62, melt plus 7%. All right, there is the reverse of the coin. 1881 $5 lib, MS62, melt plus 7%. Here is a 1885 S $5 lib, also melt plus 7%, graded by our friends at PCGS, says MS61, Mint State 61, and 1885 S. Melt plus 7%, $5 lib. All right, here is an 1893 $5 lib, MS61. This coin is also melt plus 7%. And $5 lib, you can see what the reverse looks like here. Graded by our friends at PCGS as MS61. All right. And 1893, $5 lib. All right. 1895, $5 lib, graded by our friends at NGC as MS62, and also being sold for melt plus 7%. 1895, $5 lib, NGC, MS62. Coming in all right? Good. There you go. Melt plus 7% on that one. All right. Here is a PCGS graded AU55, 1897, $5 lib. This coin is being sold for melt plus 5%. Melt plus 5% for an 1897 PCGS graded AU55, $5 lib. Melt plus 5%. Let's see what the reverse looks like there. All right, here's a 1900. Yep, 1900, $5 lib, graded by our friends at PCGS as MS61, selling this coin for melt plus 7%. Melt plus 7% for a 1900, $5 lib. All right, and let's see what the reverse looks like there. Hopefully these are coming in good for you guys and gals out there in YouTube land. And like I said, again, if you're interested in these coins, please send an email to the info@igscoin.com. Email address, and we'll set you up with a purchase order. All right. Here is a 1905 $5 lib, AU58 by NGC. Melt plus 7% for this coin. 1905, melt plus 7%. AU58 NGC graded. Nice coin. 1905. All right, now we're getting into some people's favorite type gold here, some Indians. All right, here's a 1909D $5 Indian, PCGS MS61, melt plus 7%. Get some lint on there. 1909D $5 Indian, melt plus 7%, PCGS MS61. You can see what the reverse looks like here. All righty. All right, here is another $5 Indian. This is a 1911 PCGS graded MS61. 1911 $5 Indian, melt plus 7% on this, PCGS MS61. See what the reverse looks like here. Going in all right? Mm-hmm. All right. All right, here is a $10 lib, 1893. PCGS graded MS61, 1893, $10 lib, melt plus 3% on this coin, melt plus 3%. See what the reverse looks like. Nice solid coin. PCGS MS61 melt plus 3%. All right, here are some $10 Indians. We got a 1914 NGC MS62 for $2,195. A 1914 $10 Indian MS62, $2,195. Here's what the reverse of that coin looks like. The $10 Indians always move fast. All right, and then we got three 1932 $10 Indians, MS62, two graded by NGC. There you go. See what it looks like. All of these are $2,195 each. Is that coming in all right? Mm-hmm. All right. NGC MS62, $2,195. Here is a second one. Get some lint on here, some showcase dust. You see these coins are $2,195, NGC MS62. And then we got one in an older green holder, PCGS MS62, $2,195 also. This is the PCGS MS62, $2,195. 1932 $10 Indian. All right. Then we got a old $20 lib from 1869, minted in San Francisco. 1869, pretty cool time in this country's history. It's amazing this coin survived that long. This coin is PCGS AU55. We're selling this coin for melt plus 4%. That's an 1869 S $20 lib and a PCGS holder. That is pretty cool. And melt plus 4% for that guy. And then we got one last coin here for you on this go around. Here is an 1897 S $20 lib, PCGS MS61, melt plus 3%, PCGS MS61, and 1897 S melt plus 3% on this one coin here. All right, shipping, $3,000 minimum order on shipping. If you'd like to place a purchase order, please reach out to info@igscoin.com. We ship to your local FedEx ship centers only. So no residential or business addresses, just FedEx ship centers, no Dollar Generals or Walgreens. Payment is cash, wire, Zelle. We accept scrap gold at 90% of its value. We also will take a check with up to a 2-week hold, and we take checks up to $7,500 in value. All right, guys and gals, we are Vermillion Enterprises. I am Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. If you see any of these coins that you would like to purchase, please reach out to the info@igscoin.com email address and state what would you like, and we'll see if we can put a purchase order together for you. Just remember, please, $3,000 minimum order. And if you see any of these coins you like, you just want to get one of them, and it's not quite $3,000, and you think, hey, maybe I'll get a tube of Silver Eagles or some 10-ounce bars or some Junk 90, we'll be happy to add that all in together to make one purchase order for you. And if you're always welcome to come in and shop. These coins that I just showcased here today are out in our trays, in our showcases during normal business hours. First come, first serve, folks. All right. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. till 12. You guys have a great night. Thank you.